Now, the 2-minute offense. Let's make this quick. So Mike Tyson was talking UFC fighters and their pay on IG Live, and was basically talking about how boxers make more than UFC fighters. Now, everyone knows this. It's one of the positives and negatives of both UFC and boxing. UFC, they're able to control who fights who. People aren't dodging people. People get to see the fights they want to see right then, instead of in boxing. Again, it's a lot of politics with promotions, setting up a fight together, trying to make the most money possible before putting together a super fight. But at the same time, when you put together a super fight in boxing, the paydays are big. I mean, a lot bigger than the UFC. So Mike Tyson, during this IG Live, stated that Jon Jones needs to fight me if he wants super money. And, he said it as a joke, but he was dead serious. A fight between Jon Jones and Mike Tyson would put up big numbers on pay-per-view. I mean, I would consider buying it, and I'm sure a lot of other people would buy it, especially if you have, UFC, or not UFC fighters, if you have YouTubers partnering with DAZN and, putting up millions in viewership on pay-per-view. Like, you're telling me Jon Jones and Mike Tyson wouldn't put up 1 million pay-per-view buys or pay-per-view buys? That's crazy. They would. And Jon Jones stated that he's listening. But he's also talking about having a 2-part fight, one part being in the ring for boxing and then another part being in a cage for MMA. I mean, that's excessive. Jon Jones just being a punk at that point. I mean, no, I like Jon Jones. I'm not calling him a punk. I'm saying like he's acting like one when it comes to getting Mike Tyson in an MMA ring. I mean, that's crazy. Mike Tyson is clearly past his prime. He shouldn't be stepping in a boxing ring, but I think it still would be interesting boxing match for Jon Jones and Mike Tyson. For me, as a betting man, if I was betting on that fight, if it took place, I would probably put my money on Tyson, just because UFC and boxing are two different sports. And Mike Tyson is not the guy that's going to fill you out. He's going to come right after you. And, Jon Jones is not going to be able to, run around the ring. Mike Tyson knows how to operate around the ring. He hasn't been in there for a long time, but he's a natural born fighter. He was a professional boxer. And if he was to come back, it's not like he lost, all of his knowledge about boxing. He still has the knowledge of boxing. He can still throw a punch. And, that would be a tough matchup for Jon Jones. Again, I would be interested in watching that. What do you guys think? And then some quick NFL news. It's unfortunate news. So Deebo Samuel, one of the top rookie wide receivers last year in the NFL, who plays for the San Francisco 49ers, actually broke his foot last week. It's an unfortunate injury. And then also Brandon Brooks, the all-pro guard for the Philadelphia Eagles, tore his Achilles. I think it's again. Yeah, he tore his Achilles again. So it's unfortunate. Brandon Brooks actually tore his Achilles last year in the playoffs versus the Saints and was able to be ready by the beginning of the season, which is insane for an Achilles injury. And unfortunately, he tore his Achilles again doing some workouts, some simple sprints, he was saying. But right after that, he was posting videos of him doing some jiu-jitsu and rolling with a partner. So, hopefully he doesn't re-injure it doing that stuff. But, it's unfortunate for these guys getting injured, especially at this time. So hopefully they have a speedy recovery for Brandon Brooks and Deebo Samuel. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more fire sports takes. And for those of you who are on the go, make sure you subscribe to our full show, which airs every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and a bunch more. Until then, I'm chucking it up, and I'll see you guys next time.